in this corner steps inside the squared circle with the hitman, Ricky Hatton. There's nobody in the sport today that's any more exciting than you. You are a relentless, swarming fighter. What do you do best inside the squared circle, Ricky?
But I like to do my work up close in the grapple, in the clinches, which is a talent in itself. You know, it's not just wrestling; it's a talent in itself.
Give us an example of that when you're in the pocket with a fighter and what you do.
Well, when you sit inside with an opponent and you're leaning on each other like that, sometimes, you know, I'll use his body to push him to the side to find the gaps. And also, what a lot of fighters do, they just put their heads on each other and they just wail away. If you notice, when I fight, I like to, you know, put a little feeling shots out there and then change the angle and then find the pit of the stomach. You know, obviously most fighters will keep their elbows in, and I can just...
I didn't, that's why I had a short career again.
You know, just set them up with a few little shots, a few little touching feeling shots around the head, and then sweep round, you know, to get in between the elbows and get the pit of the stomach.
And there really is an art to that. People don't understand it. They think it's just in there, but you know exactly what you're doing, and sometimes you're setting up the next punch with a maneuver.
Yeah, and like most people, they'll go in there with the clinches, and 9 times out of 10, you'll know if some people, you know, they step to the side, that means they're going to mutually break away. You know, but I don't, you know, I just like to sometimes step to the side and then slip one in when they least expect it, you know. That's what most people do. But
you're setting up another shot.
Yeah, I'm setting up another shot. You know, you change the angle, you know, because most people will be tired in, looking. The minute they look up, you know, and you're round here, then you're round here. If you notice, I'm never really stood in front of my opponent too long.
And you also have the basic really good foundation and skills. That starts with a left jab.
Yeah.
An illustration of your left jab.
I like to use my jab to close the distance rather than use it to sit on the outside, you know. So generally I'll go bang, you know. As soon as the head goes back, that gives you the opportunity to move into your opponent, find a gap, find up to the chin or step round, and then I'm in. But then I also sometimes, instead of moving round and just finishing on a body shot, sometimes I like to finish round, I come out of a clinch and just finish on a jab. And it's just setting up the next attack.
One of your punches that I've enjoyed a lot is that right uppercut, and we've seen that on more than a few occasions lately. Tell us about that shot.
To be honest, I learned this one from Roberto Duran, the right uppercut. Sometimes he would sit in, and even if he had just one arm free or the opponent was holding one of his arms, he'd rake the uppercut right up close inside. And it's an unusual conversation, but he'd throw it 3-4 times against Sugar Ray Leonard. He'd go 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, if the fella's not reacting to it, just keep throwing it. You know, it's not what you'd expect a right uppercut or a left hook or a right uppercut right hand. But you know, if that opponent stood there and is not reacting to it, you know, I'd just, you know, get brutal and just, you know, rake the uppercut inside. You know, bang, 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 bang. Because I've got very stocky legs.
What is your favorite combination? Your signature combination to take a guy out of there? What is it? Or do you have one?
Well, yeah, I mean, my left up to the body is my best punch. And what I generally like to do, first set it up with a jab. But generally I like to set it up with a jab because the jab makes sure you're safe. You know, when you throw a body shot, your hands have to go lower. You're more likely to catch a counter if you know when you throw a body shot. So I like to throw the jab first. That sets me up. Generally I like to touch him with a right up to the body, and as I'm doing it, change the angle. So I'll go jab, touch, bang, go right up the middle, right between the elbows. And the way you can step round, once you've stepped, you set, you get your base then to get loads of leverages, you get them through the middle, your opponent's not sure where you are because you've moved to the side. And the jab's got to be good first though. That jab's got to flip the head back, so then you've got the space to jab, set yourself, bang, and go right through the middle. Or sometimes I like to just touch with a little 2-shot to the chin, touch, and come downstairs. You know, once you've tickled him a few times on the chin, that gives the opening for the body shot. Most of my opponents are expecting them straight away, so if you just come touch them with a few little feeling shots first, bang, and then come underneath.
So there is a method to this madness called the Hitman.
And there is another side to me. Sometimes I need to show it out a little bit more than what I do. Sometimes I get too involved in a tear up, but it's all there for when it's needed.
Good stuff.
Thank you, my pleasure.
All right.